So I had this thought about this high level of self-awareness. We all know that being self-aware is a superpower. It's an ability that we all have, that you have. And apparently the ducks in the background agree. But I was thinking about some of the things that I personally have battled and been challenged by. Whether it was facing roadblocks in my fitness and nutrition journey, or as an entrepreneur, as a partner, as a friend. And I came to a conclusion about how when you see yourself, you can change yourself. When you see yourself, you can change yourself. And being aware of the emotions, the thoughts, the ideas, everything, the perception that sometimes we get influenced by from others, and sometimes all of that noise is detrimental to our own personal journey if we allow it to derail us and take us into other people's perception of who you are. Which is the reason why having this high level of self-awareness is vital to our own personal growth, for our evolution, and for us to be more in touch with the things that make us who we are. And in order to make the changes, whether it's establishing better habits, or just becoming a better human being, we have to practice self-awareness, and self-awareness is something that comes. I think we're all self-aware, right? You have the ability to be able to feel what you're feeling, like, right? When you go, and whether you have like social anxiety, or you're doubting yourself, or you're not sure about a relationship, or you're not sure about whether or not you should take this certain path, or maybe a food addiction of any kind, right? When you're doing it, even when I am giving some advice to friends, and often you may experience this as well. I think we all have. You'll hear people and they'll say, I know. Of course, you start thinking, well, if you know, then why are we having this discussion? But I can relate to that. I think a lot of the times we know because we have the ability to get that high grade of self-awareness. Like, we are self-aware, but it's a lot of us, we ignore the emotions, the thoughts, the ideas, etc. We ignore everything and push forward thinking that we're going to get a different result. So I just wanted to shoot this video just because I was just thinking about self-aware, and I was thinking of moments where I was feeling social anxiety, or I was feeling a certain way about an individual, and I knew it all along, but yet I didn't have the courage and wasn't able to connect with my self-awareness and make that decision to say, look, this is not going to work. This is not how I don't feel comfortable in this social environment. Just being completely honest with yourself and acknowledging you're feeling a certain way, and sometimes sharing it with somebody else and letting them know, especially if it's affecting them, but just letting them know. And I think that sheer, like, brutal honesty is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful spiritual human act that we should all be practicing. That when we're not feeling aligned with our true core, with that emotion, we should make that decision and make that adjustment and be aware of what we're feeling, and do what we need to do to change. So I just wanted to share that with you. I was just on my bike ride and was just thinking about self-awareness and how many times I ignored my intuition and how many times I ignored my inner voice to be able to please other people, which is a big struggle of mine. So I encourage you to continue practicing self-awareness to the next time you feel this nudge and your intuition is telling you something that's not right, or you're feeling a certain way about a person or a situation. Press pause, really have that discussion and look yourself in the mirror. We all have the capability to look in the mirror and have the ability to make that change. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have been challenged by just succumbing to external validation and perception of others, and what do you do to practice self-awareness? We'll love to hear from you. All right, have a great day. Peace.